Welcome back to number 21. 10 days to go. I'm having so much fun doing this. Thank you, Hearts Ago, for tuning in. I see you. I appreciate you. I adore you. Why? Because your time and attention is appreciated. Boo. Thank you so much for enjoying these episodes of Vlogtober. I'm glad I did it. It is a commitment. But guess what? I'm doing this type of research anyway. Now this gives you a little insight into Gigi Darling and all of the research that I enjoy, all of the learning, all of the culture, all of the passion, all of the interests, all of the hobbies, everything all wrapped up in one. So yeah, I'm glad I did this. 10 more days. I do have my other 10 topics. I do. We're going to come live on Halloween, and I have to decide which other one, because I committed to 2. At first I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go. I'm like, nope. So I think I'm going to do the night before and the 31st. I'm sorry they're back to back, but I don't mind. I don't mind it at all. So yes, stay tuned. Please. And welcome new subscribers and new members. Not that I've forgotten to say that. I usually say it live, but I'm like, I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you so much. I'm glad that you are enjoying this content. Let me know if this is what's driving you over here. Did you find me? Was it suggested? Shout out to Google's and shout out to YouTube, because they're really putting me in the algorithms and I love it. I'm here as a content creator. That is my job. The word content is in the title. And I love being a host when I am live. But to be honest with you, I'm going to do at least a third uploads, because I enjoy doing it and just giving you this good information on whatever topic I'm talking about. I might even do some interview uploads. A lot of people aren't interested in having live audiences. Some people just want to talk to me for 10 or 15 minutes. Some people get distracted by the chat or are harassed. But, we have a golden chat over here, meaning you have to be a subscriber in order to chat with Gigi Darling, her guests, her moderators, and her members and other subscribers. So, yeah, you can't just jump down and be, not give us our due and time and attention, because we work hard over here. I adore my professors, my moderators. I adore my golden hearts. And I adore our members, the clique. So yeah, we deserve that exclusivity. Give me a second. I'm reading a text. Give me a second. Give me a second. It's a lot going on. All right. Anyway, welcome back. So sorry, the juicy mouth just drank some water. Sip. Stay hydrated, please. The air is getting colder, meaning you might dry out, moisturize, all of that. Winter's coming. So this is the 21st episode, the systems and energy work. So what do I mean by that? I have lots of overlays. So let me get those in front of my face so I don't forget anything. We have 5 overlays and we're going to talk about them. One I had to open up because I'll have it up on the screen. Well, it doesn't even need to be an overlay because I'm going to pull it up. So I'll delete that one because I pulled it up on the, how I do. I pull it up. Give me a second. I was trying to see if there's something else I want to add. Yeah, I do. There it is. Okay. And I love this topic. And I think we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I think I've explained everything that has to do with Halloween, magic, the season. We still have some more, so I haven't covered everything. Anything that just entails magic and mystery and, you know, all the things that come along with celebrating Halloween. We're human beings, so of course we're going to talk about our bodies and what we need. Give me a second. I'm trying to pull something up. There we go. Yeah, I was like, where is going on? It's not working. Give me a second. It's almost there. Give me a second. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's working. It's chugging. It's working hard. I don't know why, because I cleaned everything. There it is. Okay. So this is what we're going to talk about. Yeah, because we use our bodies to perform all of these tasks. Um, you know, what's another word? Give me a second. I'm going to look up a synonym for task. And this is the process writers, artists use. So another word are these duties, right? These functions. It's not really a mission. But yeah, we need our body to perform these functions, right? Okay. So what are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about, I thought I did this. They're starting to run in my mind, you guys, but I didn't. But okay, so we talked about the periodic table and the elements. Now we're going to talk about earthly elements, okay? Well, those are earthly elements, but you know what I mean. Water, ice, fire, earth, air, we breathe. Wind, space, ebb and flow. Ocean, tide, moon, sounds, senses, the body system, energy work, how are elements used in magic, elemental magic system, and mages. And then we have a lot of webbies. Let me see how many. And then a lot of extras that have to do with, yachting or marine or, the weather and the tides and the currents. And also, there's a website on if you are interested in learning, even if you canoe or kayak, you should know this as well. When I lived in Long Beach, early in the morning when I did my walks, um, there were the kayakers. I didn't get it. I'm like, ooh, that's scary. You don't have any protection. All you got to do is a stick. Kayaks are not that comfortable to me. I have very long legs, and if I can't bend my knees, I'm going to be miserable. I'm going to start cramping. I'm not fidgety, but I like to move. I have a lot of energy, and I'm a canoer. Grew up in Detroit, Michigan, left in 82. I don't know what it looked like. I don't know nothing about what had happened to it and what it looked like now. That wasn't my testimony growing up. But there's a place called Belle Isle. There's an island right in between the Detroit River and Canada. And that's where I learned how to canoe. That's where the Native Americans used to canoe. And there is a whole river system, believe it or not, through. Now, it's not a river, it's a river system, meaning there's water through the city. And it's like this crazy reporter guy. It's all beat up and trashed, and it's a natural, what is the word? Ecological? Yeah, system. But, humans in modern times and clogging it up and damming it up has damaged it. I think that whole city should be bulldozed. Everybody move out, let it grow for 20 years, and then let it be a nature preserve, and then let people go back in planned, because it's just terrible. All the ugly, blighted houses and vacant lots and neighborhoods, and it's just horrible. Sorry, not sorry. A lot of my family grew up in rural areas where they weren't there. There aren't any like sidewalks. It's close near forest. I love the state of Michigan, trust me, upper and lower peninsula, but that city, that inner city is trash. I would live anywhere else but that city because after I left at 18 and then went back I went back like 3 times over like a 15-year period. I didn't wanna go back no more because it was horrible. This will be my first time back. Now let me think. When I go do my 40th class reunion, I can't even tell you. Let me think. 2010. There you go. So what is that? 10 years, right? 11 years. Yeah, and it's sorry, not sorry. I know I'm not missing nothing. I'm only going back because it's the 40th. I know that's going to be it. My mom has ascended to heaven. I'm glad she got out and lived the last 4 years of her life in fun time, 5 years actually, uh, away from it. She even admitted, she said I should have moved to Vegas when I was 60. I'm like, well, whatever, you know. But yeah, I don't want to live in ran down, blighted situations. But it's yeah, it's that's why I live in San Francisco. I've said this before. This is what Detroit would have looked like had it been ran correctly. Hmm. Oh yeah, I said it. So yeah, I grew up in nature. We grew up hiking, skiing, boating, fishing, RVing. Every fella in the family had a fishing pole or had a boat or knew how to, canoe or row. You know, it the whole state is beautiful. We're right next door to Canada. We're international. People often spoke 2 languages. Um, you could drive anywhere in Michigan, and there's forest and wildlife and seasons, and that's the only thing I miss about Midwest is the 4 seasons. But yeah, I grew up in that environment. I grew up playing with, insects in my mom's garden, helping her turn the soil, planting, harvesting, canning, all everything. That was my child. I grew up with all of that. So I had a wonderful childhood, and my children, we were a military family. I made sure in small ways they have the same thing. And even now today, I still engage in all of those activities. So we still have that in our family. We've never lived in a like a inner city crazy, situation, concrete jungle. No, we always had nature, the river, everything. It turned bad. I left in 83. It turned just really, really bad. I was only there like for 5 years experiencing how the gang started and all of that. And then I went away after I graduated in 82. That's why next year is our 40th. And started college 83 and then left. My mom stayed there because that's where she grew up. That's where she had a job. That's where she retired. She owned a home, all of that. But eventually she started moving around and then finally got her out of there because she was like, I'm not going to close my eyes in this place. She just saw the demise. She wouldn't even go to the house where we grew up because it was just so ran down. I mean, when I was growing up, we were in the biggest house on the street and it was nice. But now it's just, you don't even recognize. At the first time I saw it in like over 20 years, I was heartbroken. But, things return back to nature. That's how it should be. If you can't maintain it, that's what happens. A lot of the first families from the 50s, you know, those people have passed away and they passed on that property to the other second or third generation, meaning their children or their children's children. And then people just moved in. It's all paid for, but it's raggedy. They don't keep it up. They don't put no money into it. It's just, I bet you some of those homes are just shouldn't even have humans in it. The the floorboards are bowed and there's rodente, they're just ran down, child. And it's heartbreak. It's like, well, I liked after I left, joined the military, we lived on bases, and then after that, we lived in like brand new homes or brand new neighborhoods, things like that. So that's the type of lifestyle I'm used to. Now it's back to, living in San Francisco. I'm looking for a permanent place after some changes are happening. But, we have a home, but I'm like, that's not where I want to live for the next 50 years. So, yeah. Why do I say all of this? Because when you pay attention to the planet and you engage and you have hobbies, for instance, if I like to fish, it would be nice to live in a town here in the Bay Area, not inland like Sacramento or, not the Inland Empire in Southern California. I want to live where I can feel comfortable. I love smelling the water every day. I have to hear it once a week. I have to drive to it. I could not live landlocked in America. I could not do. I have to be by water, you know. Um, and it matters because we're going to talk about that, and all the things I just mentioned, the body system, the energy work that I enjoy, the elements that are used in magic, elemental magic systems, and all of that, what I mentioned. Because the reason why I share down below, extra, marine life and or information is because that's the next step I would like to take. You know what I mean? Let me pull something up before I start sharing. Okay. This is what I'll do. I'll put this down below too. NOAA. I thought I did that. Give me a second before we start. NOAA.gov. NOAA.gov. And then Oceana.org. Nope. See, I can get it on my phone. Okay, I'm going to give you another one since I said it. Okay. I know I've looked up this a lot. Yeah, I would like to do that. I really, really would. And give me a second. Okay, it's down there now. You should know all the elements. Like, I'm going to take this away. And we're going to look at some images before we start. So, the elements, right? Give me a second. Because I find a lot of people, before we start again, are like sort of kind of depressed. And then I'll have these conversations with them. They're like, oh, so you grew up here and you traveled here and you were in the military there and you've been all over the world. Now you're over here. What is that like? I'm like, I couldn't exist any other way. I just knew I had to get out of Michigan. I knew it. It not really had anything to do with its future or what has happened to it now. I don't even know who I would be right now, but I just knew that nothing was going on with the economy. In high school we would discuss it. I said no. After I go to college, well, I went to college and then I went to the military. I said no, I know I'm moving. I've always known I was going to move because I needed to be out there. I needed to travel. I needed to live in a different country. I needed to explore. My mother's, story about school teacher during the season of school and then travel agent during the summer. So we just had to move around. I have done my DNA here. Shout out to the replay crew and the video. Where did I put? I think I put it on story time. I hope I did. I got a little gypsy in me. So, yeah, we can't stay in one place for long. I'm done traveling and everything. But, yeah, when I was living the life and growing up in military, yeah, we had to move around because I enjoyed it. So here, this is what we're going to talk about. And all of this has to do with the human experience. Okay? Fire, air, earth, metal, ice, and water. Now, we did all the metals already. Okay? And how they interact with each other. Okay? So, what's the next thing? Now, we've seen this before in the ancient realm of the illustrated books of ancient times, but it's just as beautiful. Okay? And then you can experiment with making your own. Okay? We have fire, earth, I'm on the outside. Fire, earth, order, water, and life. Then on the inside, chaos, magma, metal, ice, and poison. And then on the inner, soul, lightning, space, time, and wind. That's what we're going to explore today. That has everything to do with your existence on planet Earth. And if you don't like your environment, get out, because you are not experiencing planet Earth like it should be. You're probably miserable, scared, and have never lived outside of the place where you were born or the state over. That's not my testimony. I try my best to get people to come on board, but it is what it is. It's probably why I am a happier, well-rounded, cosmopolitan type person, because I can't live any other way. I couldn't make my mom move, but when she finally did, it was great. She, as far as I'm concerned, that's how it should have been, because she had things to do and she was happy. But yeah, just for her to see the demise of that town where she could have been living somewhere else. She loved where she lived, and it was beautiful. Air, fire, water, and earth. So this is a very stylized one versus this one. Like when you get it together and you create it for yourself, then it will be something beautiful like this, but in stylized for yourself. Air, spring, fire, summer, water, autumn, right? Earth and winter. Okay, and all the other words and things on there. So I'm not going to delete those yet. Let me share this. This is cool too. Okay. I'm being nosy. I want to see how that looks. No, that's silly. Okay. Yeah, they're giving us these new things to play with. Okay. So yeah, this is the one that was kind of teeny tiny. I said I have to put this up here. So you can also, this is what I'm going to do. Like when I come back to this very video, and I make my grimoire, I'm putting all of it together because this is awesome. Okay, let's do the outside ones. Serenity, acceptance, appreciation, distraction, pensiveness, boredom, annoyance, interest. And then the next level, in the middle level, joy, trust, fear, surprise, sadness, disgust, anger, anticipation. And then the inner, ecstasy, admiration, terror, amazement, grief, loathing, rage, vigilance. And then the white blank areas that are not included in this. Now I know that has a name. I don't know what it is. I am not mathematically inclined, but the white areas there: love, submission, awe, disapproval, remorse, contempt, aggressiveness, and optimism. So that's interesting how they're on the outside and in between certain words. We will definitely revisit that one day. So yeah. But when I make my grimoire and I write this in on one of the pages, it's going to look similar but not the same. I might choose a different pattern. It's, instead of math, I might choose something else. I don't know what else. And this I shared in real time. Shout out to the future and beyond over on our community tab because I wanted to. So it says, it talks about the history of the periodic table, Empedocles and Aristotle, 5 elements. So they were also into it as well. They're talking about stuff way before us here on YouTube and Gigi Darling and you, my hearts ago. And they talked about it as well. Earth, cold and dry, is a solid. Water, cold and wet, a liquid. Air, hot and wet. Gas, fire, hot and dry. Heat, ether, the divine substance that makes up heavenly spheres and heavenly bodies. So we're going to talk about the moon today. I really didn't want to talk about other planets, but you can if you want, you know. But yeah, there you go. People who were just doing the thing back then, that's our proof. That's why it all matters. Okay. So let me start. Okay, there it goes. All right. All right. So let's get on with it. Yeah, I had to. That's how we rock and roll here, you know. So the systems and energy work. Okay, so let's get into that. I'm just making sure everything is covered back here. Thank you for your patience. I like being organized, so I appreciate you a lot. So I'm going to be caught up in real time. So yay, it was worth it. Ooh, it was worth it. It was worth every moment. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. So let's just hit it. I'm just going to start hitting these because it's really no order. And we're not going to talk about fire, ice, water, earth, air we breathe, wind, space, until we get to the ebb and flow tide. I just want to share it here in this video because that's how we rock and roll. We provide it. Shout out to our internationals. Yes, I'm glad you are enjoying these videos. So let's go to, which one do I want to go to first? Give me a second. I'm getting something new and exciting in the mail today. Well, yeah, it's exciting. Yeah. So let's look up water first. Okay. They're all kind of moved around because I've been kind of busy. Yeah, water, ice, fire, earth. Okay, yeah, let's do water first. Let me see where I'm at. Yeah, I can stay there. Or, let me see. Yeah, I like that better. You don't need to see me, so I'm down there. I'm down there right below the banner. Okay. Here we go. Because you know you're going to get a million things. Water is inorganic, transparent. That's the word. Remember we were talking about those fish that I'm fascinated when we were doing the monsters and I'm scared of the Kraken. And I said, I'm fascinated by animals that you can see through their body. Transparent was the word I was trying to go for, but yeah. Tasteless, odorless, we hope. And tasteless, we hope. Nearly colorless. Everybody take a sip when it comes in bottles. Mm-hmm. Chemical substance. And here it talks about your system. Water travels through your body carrying nutrients and oxygen. That's why you get so thirsty. I tell people all the time, before you eat anything, sometimes you're just thirsty. Drink a bottle of water first. You will curb your appetite just by drinking water. Keep them out. You know, I have to order 2 more cases. But put 5 on your desk, and that is your goal every day, is to just do it. Force yourself until you just feel like you're going to spit it up. You have to condition your body. You really do. Because that's the elixir of life as far as I'm concerned, water. Have you ever had a pot or a plate that had caked on hard, could scratch your arm if you turned it over, dried up stuff on plates? Put it in plain water, soak it, and next thing you know, that stuff will just come off. Water is very, very powerful. And that's all you need. Yep. It travels through your body carrying nutrients and oxygen and wastes. So that waste, that crap off that plate, it lifted. It carries, let me stop interrupting myself. Throughout your body carrying nutrients, oxygen, and waste to and from your cells and organs. Water keeps your body cool as part of your body's temperature regulating system. Water cushions your joints. So if you're feeling tight or you get a little, you know, your You know, you keep cracking stuff. It might be thirsty in your joints, in your tissues and organs from shock and damage. A lot of times, sorry, not sorry, people have malnourished their body to the point that they disease themselves. I remember like a couple years ago when I went to did my annual plumbing, like I call it, to the VA. They were like, "Oh, are you diabetic? Are you? Isn't anybody in your family diabetic?" I said, "They are." I said, "But not in my direct family tree, limb, or branch, whatever you want to call it." It was just because I was sitting around eating too much sugar and too much food, and so I said, "Okay, that's just me." And the doctor was like, "Well, maybe we should give you something." I said, "Nope, don't give me nothing." And then 6 months later, they did tests, follow up, and they couldn't find anything. They were like, "How'd you do that?" I said, "It was just me eating too many cookies, you know, just living the life of luxury or whatever, and I just need to get up, stop doing that." They were kind of fascinated. They were like, "Oh wow, cool." But yeah, I don't have those problems. I'm very lucky, knock on everything. And I think people poison their own systems with too much sugar and salt. Mhm. Now it's not going to turn into a health and wellness, but it could, right? Hmm. So ice is next. Oops. All right. Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. You can't poison your body. Ice is water frozen into a solid state, depending on the presence of impurities, such as particles of soil or dirt, bubble, air, whatever, an animal, an insect. But yeah, it's ice. Okay? So it's frozen water. Okay? Not ice as in immigration and customs enforcement. ICE also stands for in case of emergency. Did you know that on your phone? Make an in case of emergency one, in case of emergency two, and in case of emergency three. Like, you know, I have children with spouses, so I have four. So if anybody grabs my phone, that's the cops or anybody are looking for that in case of emergency. The first time my mom got sick, she moved to Vegas when she was 80. My kids got married and it was wonderful. It was a blessing. Everyone is happy. It was a celebration. It was like she was like on vacation every day. The place she lived in is like a resort and all that other good stuff. And people were always visiting her. So it was wonderful because it's Vegas, right? Um, the first time she had an accident as her health was, declining when she was like 83 and a half, and she fell and had an episode. I won't tell you what it is, it doesn't matter. Someone picked up her phone and hit the ice, and it was me. So, in case of emergency as well. I'm sorry, it just comes over me. We just have discussion, and that's just me helping you. Yes, ice. Should I put that up there? Let me put it up there. I don't know. I have so many. In case of emergency in cell. And I have like four. So yeah, they just knew, the paramedics knew. They were like, "Who do we call?" But I was in Long Beach, but I didn't tell them that. I was like, "Okay, just give me the hospital and tell me, is she safe now? Are you going to take her?" They were like, "Yeah, we got her. We just thought we could tell somebody," and it was me. And I guess she was making them put her on the phone, and she was gargling her words. I was like, "Oh no, I didn't need to hear that." I was there like in 3.5 hours because it's like 4 hours away. But I was like, and I was there. She had it in the afternoon. I was there like at 1. So yeah, she just wasn't having a good day, and that's what happens when you get older. So yeah, I felt really bad, and I was like, "I should have been there." She was like, "No, this is the whole point. I'm here. I'm safe. I have benefits. They were here. They called you. I just wanted you to hear my voice, and I'm glad you're here." So yeah. So in case of emergency, ICE in your cell. Okay, I'm gonna keep that so we can have that discussion. Mhm. Why not? Next. All right, we did ice, right? So let's do, I think, fire. Yeah, fire. hmm Now, I don't know about you, but every family experiences a house that caught on fire. My mom's house caught on fire when she was visiting a sibling away, like 2 hours away from where she lived. And I've never had a house catch on fire, knock on everything. It was horrible. And even when I went back, like 5 years later, I said, Mama, you smell that? She was like, yeah. She says, I've done everything I can. I don't know how to get rid of it. It happened in an upstairs bedroom, old wiring. Please, if you live in an old house, get the wiring redone. I love watching This Old House on PBS. And they say the same thing. It did not burn the house down, thank God. But that smell, oh my, it's nothing she could do. She couldn't get rid of it. Years later, when I met the new owners and gave a tour on the house and everything, I already told that story. I told them that. They were like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of, how do you get rid of it? They were like, you don't. So once you get that in those old wooden houses and the walls and things and an upper floor, it doesn't go away. The firemen were very intrigued as to why the house didn't burn down. And my mom, yeah, she said that she felt like it was her husband, my dad, that bought that house for us and his new family. And he just did. She says, that's the first thing I thought of. He just wouldn't let it. I'm like, yep, that's him. She says, and it happened near the closet where he used to keep his old army case and belongings. I said, but Mama, remember they used to have them downstairs? She was like, yeah, because, after he passed away, I just really couldn't see it every day. She was like, but still, that was his thing. He was so proud of buying that house after World War II. I said, yeah, I get it. So, yeah, isn't that something? hmm All right, next. Fire is the rapid oxidation of a material, the fuel, in the exothermic chemical process of combustion, releasing heat, light, and various reaction products. I'm like, wow, is that how you describe fire? These definitions are interesting because if you ask someone if they could point to it, but could they describe it? That's how you describe fire. Okay. So what's the next thing? All right. Earth. Okay. Try my best to go as fast as I can. Okay. Earth is the third planet from the sun and the only astronomical object known to harbor and support life. Yay! That's us. It's Earth Day every day. Okay. So, yeah, it has all this other scientific stuff, yada, yada, yada. I love me some story time. I was in high school, and one of the English teachers that I didn't like, she didn't like me, probably still won't like me. I don't even know if she'll lie. But anyway, we had a project, and we had like 30 minutes to do it. It was like a test, and I knew what I wanted. I went outside, got a rock, came back. She was like, that's not part of the project. I was like, yeah, you wanted us to talk about the planet Earth. Okay, and she got mad. And I even named the rock Tara. Oh, she was mad at me. I'm like, what? Why are you mad at me? You're a teacher. Oh, she was oh, no, she ain't. I think she did. Somebody told me she was dead. Yeah, that woman was evil. And then I wrote about the rock. I'm like, what? Well, you can't tell me what to do. You can give me the assignment, but you can't tell me what to do. You know, unless you want to say, here, write about, soil. Okay, then I have to follow directions, but you can't tell me what I get to pick. So, yeah, so that's the earth. hmm So, what's next? Air. Give me a second. All right. Air. Air we breathe. Yeah, when I put air in it, it was like boring. So, air we breathe. Okay, then when? And then we'll get into the nitty gritty. Okay. So the majority of the air we breathe is made up of nitrogen and oxygen. Where are those? On the table, right? Periodic table. Though you'll also find argon, carbon dioxide, and other gases in trace amounts. Oh, it feels so good to breathe. It feels so good to go outside. We are very blessed. We are alive. Be careful because in current time, shout out to the future and beyond, we're in a pandemic. I'm still wearing my mask. I don't know about you, but I am. So, is oxygen the air we breathe? The air you breathe is made up of lots of things besides oxygen. So, it's not just oxygen. You can read the rest. Yeah, I often find myself in debates. I'm like, what? Get out of here. And there's more. I get it. It's easy. It's lazy. That's all you want to say. But sorry, there's more. Wind is the natural movement of air and other gases relative to a planet's surface. Wind occurs on a range of scales from thunderstorm to tornadoes to just a little breeze on a hot summer day. Now here, windy.com says, weather radar, wind and waves forecast for kiters, surfers, people who fly kites on the beach is one of my favorite things to watch. Surfers, paragliders, pilots, sailors, and anyone else. Worldwide animated weather map and easy to use. So windy.com is everything. Even when we go out and do our foraging, because we are tapping into our nature side of things one day soon in class culture, you have to know what the weather is. So see, it won't let me. So you have to go look. So it's not, oops. Was it going to let me in? Let's see what had happened. Nope, it's not going to let me in. So on my phone, see how it pops up? So I'm going to look at it on my phone, windy.com. It's just me protecting my laptop, you guys. It's nothing wrong. If I were you, I would do the same thing because there are some tricksters out there. Be careful. So or you can do weather. Phones are very savvy now with the applications. But I love windy.com because I'm actually try it. I'll put it down below for you guys. Just because I love you like that and the extra. But it's HTTPS. Sorry, I have to do it this way. Give me a second. Hold on. Windy.com. I have to sneeze all of a sudden. Let me make sure. Link copied. Close. And I'm going to send it to myself just so I can make sure. Just to make sure. And then I can have it in my phone. Why is it so slow? What? There we go. Okay. So it's www.windy.com. Yep. Okay. Done. Oh, see, it's talking to me. Okay. Done. It is. I'm looking at it now because I just popped it in my phone and it's everything. Everything. Okay. Why am I looking at bio? I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Okay. So I can get rid of it. What is going on? My computer's acting crazy. Give me a second. Oh. Oh my God. Man, let me save this on my desktop. If I would have lost that, I would have like stopped the live and went nuts. Okay, so Wendy.com is down below. Okay, so let me save this just in case. Computers at cray. All right. So what am I, yeah, we're still looking at this. The wind, the natural movement of air of any velocity, okay, especially the Earth's air or the gas surrounding a planet in natural motion horizontally. All right. And then Wendy.com, they talk about exactly what we were talking about. All right. Next, move on, go. Get off the topic. I could talk about wind for a whole hour. Space, because that's what that just said. Surrounding the planet out in space. Okay. I try to keep it in order. I try. Outer space is the expanse that exists beyond Earth and beyond celestial bodies. Outer space is not completely empty. It is a hard vacuum containing a low density of particles, predominantly a plasma of hydrogen and helium. So you won't be able to breathe, as well as all that other stuff. And bite me, we ain't trying to go that far. Okay? We will, visit that on another day. So what's next? Ebb and flow. You know what? I want to do moon before that. So I'm gonna, yeah, because I went to space, so that just makes sense, right? Yeah, I want to do moon, and then we'll come back down to Earth. Wait a second. All right, yeah, let's do moon. All righty. Give me a second. Here we go. All right. Ooh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? So there's NASA. You could visit NASA. There's Forbes. So we know what the moon looks like, right? And then up here, I love all the topics at the top here. Okay. Now let's go to all. The moon is Earth's only natural satellite. It's a satellite. There's a different classification of each heavenly body. Okay. At about 1/4 the diameter of Earth, it is the largest natural satellite in the solar system relative to, got to go back down there. See that? Okay. The size of its planet, the 5th largest satellite in the solar system overall, is larger than any known dwarf planet. So it's not a planet, it's a satellite. And it's a 4th of the size of planet Earth. Okay. So the next full moon will occur Friday, November 19th, 2021. All right. And it's known as the Beaver Moon. And we've discussed this on Class Culture so many times. Shout out to the replay crew and the playlist. But we've talked about Farmer's Almanac and all that good stuff. Okay. So what's next? All right. Ebb and flow. And if you hear my tummy growl, it is what it is. I'm not eating anything. It's just gonna have to wait. I make myself wait. I do. Ebb and flow are 2 phases of the tide of any similar movement of water. The ebb is the outgoing. Okay, when the tide drains away from the shore. So ebb out, flow in. Okay, ebb and flow. Used to describe something that changes in a regular and repeated way. Okay, so sorry. You get all types of other things, but yeah, I just wanted to show you its ebb and flow. Okay. It's also known as a decline and increase, constant fluctuation. Okay. So what causes the ebb and flow? The gravitation of the moon, believe it or not, and the movement of planet Earth. A lot of people, oh, like the clouds are moving. I'm like, no, that's the Earth. And then one time I got in a fight with somebody talking about the moon. The moon goes down during the day. I'm like, the moon is always there. It does not go down. It goes. So let's shift it and go into senses. And then we'll go into sounds. And then we'll go into body systems. I find myself in the weirdest conversations ever. Not that I correct people, but if they invite me in a conversation, I'm sorry, I have to set things straight. We got to have boundaries. I'm like, no, the moon is always out. And I think we were outside when they said that, and I was like, look up, it's looking at you right now. Why do people get mad when they're wrong? Just giggle it off. It's okay. I'm wrong about a lot of things. But guess what? I love to research and correct myself. How many senses do we have? Sight or vision, hearing or audition, smell or olfaction, taste or gustation, touch or tactition. We got all of them. Okay. But yeah, I like that. I love when they opened it up with that. So we're going to have lots of websites. That's why I'm not hanging on to every word on these. Okay. Oh, here it is. Good grief. 7 senses of the body: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. We need all of this. Vestibular. Okay. We need all of this to do anything, whether it's performing a spell or waking up or taking a shower or eating or walking or talking. That's how we function on planet Earth. That's why I felt like this needed to be a part of these episodes. So that's down below in the description box. So now we're going to do sounds. Now that we've established that these are, second, senses. So sounds. Okay. Because now we get to enjoy what? Now that we built up to that point, we enjoy the water, the ice. We know what it feels, tastes like. We can feel it. We can breathe it. We can hear it. We can touch it. We can ingest it. We know everything now. Okay. We know wind. We know, well, we have astronauts up in space. We know what the moon is. We know what ebb and flow when we look at the ocean. We forgot ocean tide. Yeah. Okay. So let me get out of here. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm not going to get out of there. I'm glad I read that. I always listen to myself. So ocean tide. Here it is. Oh, I guess that's when I was talking about the moon. Okay. Tides and currents. Okay. Tides and Currents is a great website as well. I did not add it because it's right there. But tides are the rise and fall of sea levels caused by the combined effects of the gravitational forces exerted by the moon and the sun and the rotation of the earth. Tide tables can be used for any given locale to find the predicted times and amplitude. Okay, sorry I skipped over that, but it's okay. What is the tide of the ocean? Because we talked about ebb and flow on the shores. Now we're talking about the whole ocean, the big tides. Okay, hence the visual when you first came in. Right, but there you go. Tides are the rise and fall of the ocean. The cycles of a tide. Did you know a tide has a cycle? Yeah. As the moon rotates around the earth and as the position of the sun changes. Okay? So I hope I didn't screw that up too much. What did I do? Oh, I went to senses and sounds. That's okay. I'm going to keep it in the order as it is down there. Or should I? Yeah, I'm going to keep it in order because we talked about ebb and flow, ocean tide. Yeah, okay. It's okay. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. But yeah, that's that. Now, going forward. Okay. Senses, sound. Which one did I leave off? Sounds. Yeah, sounds. Okay, next. But I did say it, didn't I? I sure did. Okay, no biggie. So let's go to sounds. Okay, because you know what I like to do when I meditate, when I'm out there versus at home. I can meditate standing up or sitting down or in a place of quiet or a place where I know no one will bother me. And every once in a while, I'll just first use your eyes, then of course you can smell, and then you can touch, but listen. Listen. Sound can be of different types: soft, loud, pleasant, unpleasant, musical, audible, all that, everything. You can recognize things like in Hollywood, we have a profession called Foley where you have to make the sound match what you see. Sometimes you can be tricked into thinking something is something else. Like, what am I looking at? Okay, I'll use this. Now I'm going to have to make a new thing, but it's okay. Like, it's a prop that I'm working on, y'all. Like if you want to make fire. I could use that, but it's nothing but an old nasty piece of aluminum foil. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can use things to create it, but out in nature, experience it. When I do my projects, I'm going to use my own sounds on my, film versus, and I'll get all the credit versus using something offline that's already canned. That's just the goal of mine. Not that I will achieve it every time, but that's my goal. Okay. So that's sound. And that's a big thing too about doing research, is to see if you can achieve something versus, well, where are we going to find a rhino? You know what I mean? Then you have to buy that sound. But yeah, or no, even it wouldn't even work in a zoo because he might not say nothing because he might be sad. So let's go to the body systems. All right. Yeah, I haven't been to a zoo in decades. Now that the little guy is coming around, I'll probably be nervous. I was nervous when my kids were little. I always got nervous. And then Harry Potter came along and Jumanji came along. I'm like, see, they can get loose and bite my baby. Yeah. So let's now talk about the body systems, because we need all of these to what? To experience everything we've spoken about up to this point, right? There are 11 organ systems that include the integumentary, that's how I pronounce it. It's the skin, really. Skeletal, muscular, lymphatic, that's inside you, that gets rid of the touch in the bend of the inside of your elbow. Does it feel sticky? Well, that's because your lymph nodes, your lymphatic system is always releasing waste. And when I tell that to people, they go, oh, is that what that is? I said, yeah. Go to every lymph node in your body, and I guarantee you're going to feel that. It's a different texture. It's not sticky. It is what it is. Okay. Your respiratory system, your digestive system, and your nervous system. So there you go. Moving right along. Okay. Now that we've talked about the body systems, let's talk about energy work. Okay. Because that's where you're getting the source of your existence, life, sustenance, Now we're using the body to what? To create a zen, to be happy, to be healthy, to be not painful, to walk, talk, everything. Energy work begins to facilitate healing and realigns the energies of the body. You might be off kilter, drink or sip because you're dehydrated. You might be off kilter because you might have a disease. Unfortunately, you might be off kilter because you have a panorama. Shout out to AT2, the pan dam. That's what I'm going to start calling it, the pan dam, because it just won't go away. It keeps growing. And you heard it here first. Let me see if they'll squeeze in one more. Let's see if we can squeeze the Pam dam. Okay. Nope, they're saying it's too many. So which one do I want to get rid of? Because I like it. Let's get rid of that. And I'm putting that in here because I can. Okay, we need healing because this pandam is getting on my nerves and it won't go away. And we keep it 100 over here because people, I think it's a whole shout out to the future and beyond. But in present time, I think Russia's closing its borders. People are insane, talking about they want to travel or they want to come here to San Francisco. San Francisco is a huge tourist trap. So I don't trust nobody. I didn't make it this far. Shout out and bless his soul to the Colin Powell family. He lost his life to the pandam. He could have lived to be 100. I'm just saying real quick. Energy work helps us to facilitate healing and realigns the energies of the body. Some modalities are done working within the client's personal aura and very little body contact is made, but yet has a powerful effect on the individual. Sensations may include warmth, tingling, and a lightening up or total relaxation. That is Gigi Darling. Okay, and you can read the rest. Oh yeah, I don't even care if I have to perform it on myself. I'm not going out like that. No ma'am, no sir. So what's next? I'm just looking. How are elements used in magic? Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a long one. Sit back and relax. But it's good information down below. Elemental magic is a form of powerful magic used to manipulate the four base aspects of the world: fire, water, earth, and air. Okay, so they refer to it as the four base aspects of the natural world. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't get rid of this. So let me get rid of the banner. We don't really need it. Okay, so I'll read it again. Elemental magic is a form of powerful magic used to manipulate the four base aspects of the natural world: fire, water, earth, and air. So we're all a part of that. And then you're going to get more. You know, it's magic cast by manipulating the energy of the elemental planes. Interesting, right? And they on Pinterest, there it is. There are lots and lots and lots of guides. Okay, so I'm going to take this away, and that'll be it for that. Give me a second. Also here, the elements are in this diagram as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to use that in my grimoire. Very cool, right? All right, so we can get rid of that one. And now we can go to our webbies. Should we look at this one too? right? Done. Okay. That one. And this one is a more ancient version. I like that one better. All right. So we're done with that. All right. So those are out of here. And we're going to keep our ocean waves back there. All righty. Cool. All right. So what's next? Let's go to elemental magic system. So this is a lot, but it's noteworthy. We have to do it. The 12 elements of nature are earth, water, wind, fire, thunder, ice, force, time, flower, shadow, light, and moon. Okay, now I'm going to take a nasty screenshot of that. All I did was Google elemental magic system. Earth, water, wind, fire, thunder, ice, force, time, flower, shadow, light, and moon. I love shadow. I love shadow. So we'll revisit that one day. Now, who is responsible for all of this? Us. And this is the name you can use. If you don't like other names like witches and demons and wizards and Wicca, you can use a magus, or magi, like in the Bible. A practitioner of magic, the ability to attain objectives or acquire knowledge or wisdom using supernatural means. So if you don't want to use all those other names, you don't have to. You can even, if you want to. No, I'm not here to convince you of anything. You can even be if you want to. It's don't tell nobody. Yeah, you can. That's teaching. Don't tell nobody. Yeah, that's me. When I'm meditating, I'm like Tinkerbell. Okay, that's me. Don't tell nobody. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you want to, you can use that. I'm a mage. Okay, and I know the pronunciations. Mages. Okay. Mage. Not mage. Mage. Rhymes with sage. There you go. Have a nice day. All right. Woo, we made it, child. Okay. Now we're going to look at the webbies. And under it, remember, we talked about wind, NOAA, marine bio. All of that is down below. And that will always live in this video. Okay. So, yeah. So let me do these 3 and then we're done. We're done. This is a lot. So when we do go live, it'll just be an activity and that's it, because this is way too much. I would have been exhausted trying to do these lives. This is so much better because I'm just making the videos available so you can go back and look for yourself and to learn and to delve into these topics. We would never stay on track if I had an audience, and that's not good. So yeah, it's okay. I did mostly all of my Vlogmas this way as well. You just want to get the information out there, and it lives out there forever. And shout out to everybody and anybody that comes round town whenever. I appreciate you, but yeah, to check it out, right? That's what we need. All right, what's next? The webbies. Now, these are not going to be in any particular order. I'm just going. Boom. Because I wanted to end at 1 hour and 30 minutes. So this is Elements of Magic. There is the beautiful diagram. And they go through each and every. Oops. Do they go through each and every one? Oh, they have these courses over here. Okay. blog topics, book of shadows. Okay. No, they don't go through each and every one, do they? Or is it my eyes playing tricks on me? Oh, they just talk about it. Okay. Oh, they have courses. That's what this is. Where are the courses? Core courses. So where do you click? Interesting, huh? But it's still going to be a part because I did borrow the artwork, so it's no big deal. Okay, you find it. You let me know. Next. It's to me, it's fun to cite. I like looking and seeing. The peculiar brunette has lots of goodies. I think we've been here before. So this will live. No, we don't want to see ads. Go away. This will live here forever as well. Okay. The table of contents is everything. So there you go. All right. I have a whole book on botanicals as well. There's that ether. Okay. All right. So what's next? All right. Dooby-dooby-doo. How to use elemental magic in your spells. Okay. There is earth, air, fire, water, spirit. So someone added something else. But it's okay. You can put it all in your grimoire or just have this at your fingertips. All right. Okay, that's down below as well. All right. Yeah, these really don't, we don't really need to dwell on a lot on here because we can't. I am supplying it down below. All right, give me a second. Yeah, after a while, this stuff starts rolling into each other, and it's like, no, I did a good job. I didn't overlap issues or topics or anything, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys like the idea of back to back. I might even change it. I don't know, but that it is what it is right now. If I change it, I'm gonna change what I want to do, and I don't want to do it too early before Halloween. So we'll see. I haven't made my mind up yet. That happens. Okay. What is next? Ebb and flow. Oh, how to create an elemental magic system. So I thought that was interesting. Okay. There you go. Remember the words that were in that one diagram? I've since left it alone. Pick a theme. Here is where you can get the Halloweeny theme. Now, missed me with the bio, but blood, bone, skin, and muscle. Water theme, energy, anything kinetic, I live for. Okay. Um, but yeah, that's where you can get into the creative side, whatever you're working on. Okay. So what is the next thing? Oops. Did I get rid of that? I sure did. Ooh, I'm moving fast now. All right. A second. Yeah, I don't want to dwell on these because then I'll get into crazy topics. I think I've said enough. So ebb and flow. This is sort of like a kid's website, but it isn't. They talk about idioms and phrases. I thought that was interesting. So you could pop in whatever you want to pop in. It's good for grammar, expression, punctuation, writing. And you can also speak, conversation, pronunciation, business English, and a vocabulary. So, what does it mean? Ebb and flow. The phrase ebb and flow means the way that things rise and fall in any situation. Origin, there is not much available about this phrase other than it was first used in literature during 1800. I thought that was interesting. It was used to show the rise and fall of something like the tide. Ebb and flow are terms used are given to describe the movement of low and high tides in the world of science. So that's cool. But look at this over here. Proverbs, idioms, animal, business, body, food, feelings, emotion. This is awesome. And this is down below. I'm going to bookmark that as far as, a writing and things. Okay? So I thought that was cool. All right. Next. Moving right along. Yeah, you're going to rock and roll over here. Your brain, you're going to learn something. We don't play over here. Now, celebrating Halloween. We're doing a Vlogtober here in Class Culture. NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, has 31 days of spooky science Halloween. I feel ashamed-faced because we're on the this is the 21st, and look at I'm going back, and I'm gonna go and check these out. I'm like, ooh. So look, I'm sure they'll have more as the days go by. But today, well, I don't know if it's today when you're going to see this, but things that go bump in the deep sea. Ooh, I wonder if old Ask the Octopus is going to go in there. And look, what is bloop? Okay. If you don't know what that means and why I'm laughing, you can ask me later. What is bloop? But yeah, this is cool, and it's down below. And you can hit these little links over here to find out other things. Okay. I think I might join them as well. I might join them. But yeah, the number one is spooktacular wallpaper for your smartphone. Number 4, creatures of well fall. I don't even know what that means. Number 7, creatures of the deep. Number 11, American Spooktacular October Climate. Zombies. Exploring shipwrecks on the 17th. Okay, so there you go. You're welcome. All right, what's next? Yeah, I'm breezing through now. Breezing through. But yeah, I had to make this a part of Vlogtober. Had to. No, no stone goes unturned here in Class Culture. I will not. That's how hard. I hope you guys can appreciate how hard and how deep and how real I am when it gets to research, because I want my work to reflect that. I'm not just writing words on a piece of paper and go, oh, yeah, that sounds good. No, it has to matter. It has to have meaning. It has to have substance. It's about quality for me. It has to make sense. Because trust me when I say, somebody out there will be like, that makes absolutely no sense. And then your project will not cut mustard. Oh, she doesn't know what they'd be talking behind you. You're back at the, film festivals and stuff. And we cannot have that. No, ma'am. No, sir. So what's next? Last 4, and then we'll done. Oh, okay, I'll make it. I'm like breezing through, child. I'm going through in and out of traffic, trying to make sure we make it. How to harness the magical power of each moon phase. Boom! Witches love the moon. We sure do. I'm a good witch. Allegedly. But yeah, check it all out. There's a lunar website. You can hit these little links. Okay, if you want to. All this fun stuff. But yeah, this is Allure. It's a wellness and it's a beauty magazine. And it has all the good stuff. They even have a beauty box, you guys. But yeah. Or you can be a mage instead of witch. There were 3 magi. See, people don't like to talk about that. They don't like to talk about it. I don't know why, but it's in the Bible. All right, so what's next? What is energy healing? Is that what I want to? No, I don't want to do that one next. A brief history of the census. Okay, now this is fun. Over in the UK, they have these trusts, and this is a sensorytrust.org. So, how many senses do we have? So, we've already spoken on it, but here we go. There's a little homage to Aristotle up there. Okay. This is what was interesting. The types of senses have scientific terms. Like in the video before this, I did some phobias. Those were extra, extra. But yeah, that was interesting. Okay, so we have that. Next. Why didn't I want? Okay, I got two left. Two left, right? Which one do I want to do? Yeah, I want to do that one next. Okay. This one is cool. Grimoire, which is cabinet, altars, herbariums, elemental magic. Okay. We call it magic. Some people might just call it science. That's fine. It's Halloween. We can say the word magic. Relax. So you can hit these in their series. Isn't that cool? Water, earth, fire, air, spirit down there. Fire spells and rituals. I mean, it's every year everybody should become a witch and a wizard. I mean, really. Folklore and correspondences. Tools of air. So cool. All right, last but not least, one of my favorite topics is energy work. And you know I had to make that a part of this. You know that. Absolutely. Everything you need to know about energy work. Shape.com is a wonderful magazine in real life, in your hand and online. It's about health and wellness and exercise and all that good stuff. Healthy eating, beauty, sex and love, celebrities, and fitness. Okay? And other things. But yeah, I thought this, well, can I make it larger? It's all squeezed in there. So yeah, they talk about it. There's a gentleman, he might be even a chiropractor, doing his demonstration. Yeah. Reiki. Okay. Somatic healing. Crystals. Sage. Smudge. Aura cleansing. My mother worked in auras. That's not my jam, but everybody has their own thing. And for me, it's a private. But I don't mind telling you that I work in the energy realm. Thank you, HUGz. We made it. Yay. I'm getting antsy. Are you? Are you getting antsy? We only got 10 more days to Halloween. And I'm super excited. I love this. Yes, let me copy. You know how we do. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra extras. And let me copy this now. So as soon as I make this available, you will have it down below. I do everything in real time. I don't know how people go back and say, oh, okay, I'm going to go do the last 10. No, ma'am. We do it in real time. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate you so much. We do have a live setup. I don't know when you're going to see it because I try to stack the videos up just for my HUGz to hit that reminder, and then I spread it out. So whenever you see it, hit it. It's going to be on Halloween, but during the day. And the other one, I don't know yet. I'll decide in the next couple days. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. Please hit all those reminders in the upcoming videos. I appreciate you so super much. And thank you for the comments. Thank you for the views. Thank you in real time for the 400,000 views and climbing. Hashtag 500,000 coming near you, boo. Okay? Bye!